So, Konohana Kittan is a slice of life anime. The basic premise is that a young kitsune girl is going to work in a hotel, an inn, a huge inn, something like a hotel. It's like, do you know like there's an anime called Hanasaku Iroha where a girl has to work in an inn, and it's a slice of life based on the hotel or inn. I think I'm gonna call it hotel because it's a huge place, and it's a slice of life based on the people in the hotel. And in Konohana Kittan, the setting is in a more mystical world where there is a bunch of yokai and spirits and various other animal people. The main character is a kitsune, and there's only very few humans, and most of them are spirits and yokais. And that gets it 1 point, as in the magical setting, the mystical setting, or give Konohana Kitan 1 point, because many in terms of slice of life, sometimes you need to have some kind of pull. Like most slice of life revolve around high school girls, and sometimes you get bored of that unless if the plot is really good, the characters are really fun, the jokes are really good. uh, high school girls, the characters being a high school girls doesn't matter. Like one of my favorite soul comedy, slice of life comedy, I'm gonna call it soul comedy, is Achikochi. Achikochi has great has very humorous comedy. The characters are very awesome. I really love it. It's very they are not just cute, they are also very funny. Yeah. In this case, in that case, it being a typical high school setting, doesn't really did anything, doesn't really give a negative point. But watching assault anime for a long time, at one point I got tired that from high school setting, that I prefer something more unique. And Konohana Kitan reminds me of Urara Merocho. Urara Merocho is another soul comedy. It's not entirely comedy because Urara Merocho, despite being a very cutesy moe type of slice of life, has some dark and dramatic moment as well. But my point is, Urara Merocho the setting of Urara Merocho is in a magical, is a more magical has a more magical setting where the town they live in is full of diviners and people who do fortune telling. And for Konohana Kitan, it has a similar vibe. Not just it has a colorful art, and it has a very cute art style, and the setting is quite mystical. And I really like that part of Konohana Kitan, and I really like the first episode. I think the first episode is solid. It's good enough. It's quite good, but that's the only thing I can really give points to Konohana Kitan, because the episode 2 and episode 3 is just atrocious. It's really bad. Another point to give point for Konohana Kitan is that when you screenshot it, the still frame of the screenshots of the anime is really good. It has a beautiful art, the color is great, and the characters are cute. But there's so many wrong thing about Konohana Kitan. The One of the main problem is the animation. While it has a great still art, still still art, it has very little animation. As in, the movement is very sloppy. The frames are very low. There's very little movement, and as I mentioned before, if you have little movement, it's harder to convey your comedy or your feelings, and you depends on the dialogues, and the dialogues are nothing special, honestly. The comedy itself is very so-so. It's not really fun because I think in a different anime where where the quality the overall art quality is reduced, but it has more frames. I think most of the jokes can be delivered better, and Konohana Kittan has a very little frames that it just feel amateurish. And not to mention that one thing that I really hate about Konohana Kittan episode 2 and episode 3 especially, that they will resort because they don't want to. I think they have budget problem or something. They don't want to draw the full characters that they have to use this either simplistic chibi art style, or second, this very minimalist art style where they just draw a silhouette of a cat-like person, and then most of the jokes are like that. It has the characters in this cat silhouette, and then uh yeah, in this very minimalist art style. It is clear that, but as in episode 2, there is this serious moment where one of the main characters, Satsuki, I think, has this very serious moment, and the movement of the characters are so amateurish. The scene transition is bad. That any feelings, any it has due to its animation, it has bad comedies. I don't really enjoy it, and the characters looks cute, but they did not really present the characters in a interesting way. I did not come to like or the interest in any of the characters. Unlike, let's say, Gochi Usa, where the characters are cute, the setting are great, and just by episode 3 or 4, I really like the characters. I want to see their experience in life more, what they are doing. But in Konohana Kitan, I don't really care, even though they show some various serious side of them. That's not the problem. Even just in episode 2 and 3, it already show a more dramatic and serious side of the two of the characters. I think it's too quick. I think they should have build up the characters development first. Build up the characters first. Let the viewers enjoy them first. The this anime has a fair amount of nudity, some fan service. It's okay. It's very Yuri. The characters are clearly like each other. But despite being kimono girls, despite being having cute art style, despite it being Yuri, despite it being sort of soul comedy with some serious moments, I think it really just fails on most of this aspect. And basically, my conclusion of this impression is that Konohana Kitan is really bad. I'm really disappointed. I really want this to be good. I really want this to be another Urara Mirocha, which I think is very solid. Anyways, if you're still listening, thank you. I have a Discord if you want to join. We can talk anime there if you are interested. Anyway, bye.